Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. My main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. Was it me, or did it sound like the song was a little slower?
I think it was you.
It
I
might
will
have been
say
me.
this, Ron, before we get started tonight, and before we thank all those that are helping us expand, I do need you to apologize to one particular franchise in the New England area since the trade deadline,
Oh, right.
and
Okay.
that you gave up on baseball. They are in second place and had a 7-game win streak. So I just feel you owe them a little bit of an apology.
That's my kick in the pants to them. And see, this is...
Was that what it was?
But you see, I was right, but the players are acting like the Cleveland Indians in the Major League movie.
Okay.
That's what's happening
All
here.
right.
They're
Okay.
doing it despite the franchise.
Okay. All right.
Peeling
So-
a little off. They have a picture of Breslow down there.
We'll take that as an apology. So if you are joining us live tonight, please join the chat. Let us know if you have a particular opinion on the topics we're covering, or if there's something you want to talk about. We'd be more than willing to do that as well. So, Ron, before we get into everything, let's thank those that have helped us continue to expand and grow our product.
Sure.
First and foremost, let's thank 99.1 WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia. Thank you for the support, putting us on every Saturday night at 1 p.m. Kenny, thanks for joining. As well as 990 WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you so much for putting us on every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And also SECTV, Public Access Channel 12 here in Southeast Connecticut. Thank you for the support and putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate that. Kenny's already joined. Hopefully there's more of you, because we've got a lot to cover today. NFL, NBA, a little bit of NHL, maybe a possible movie, maybe a cameo from Sports Unfolded in that movie. That might be something we should try to work into the deal, as well as everything else that's happened in this sports world. We're going to have some fun tonight. So, Ron, you ready to kick this party off?
I suppose so, yeah.
All right, let's talk about our first story, our leadoff story, and that's Shedeur Sanders. He's starting for the Cleveland Browns tonight. Could he win the
Everybody
starting
else is
job?
hurt.
I mean, that it's a benefit to him, right? That
It is.
Dylan Gabriel, and also Kenny Pickett, both hurt. But again, could he win the job based on his performance tonight?
He can, actually. I don't see why not. I mean, if you're the Cleveland Browns, do you really want to go into the season, say, with Joe Flacco as your starter?
I mean, you could say maybe early on, and you could pull the trigger quick if, Shedeur looks good tonight, then it gies you at least an out to say, hey, look, let's get this kid some playing time.
I mean, he does have skill. Let's be honest. Should he have gone in the first round? Maybe,
100%.
maybe not. Right?
I think he should have.
I think so.
Based on his performance in college, he should have. We know why he didn't.
Right. I mean, and that's the results here, right? Because, you end up getting him in the 5th round, which saved Cleveland a ton of money. And we know they have some wasted money at the quarterback position. but I mean, he's going to get a shot by default here, right? So this could be his opportunity to do enough to stick around. Like, I'm sure he's not going to be perfect, you know,
But if you see
but
glimpses, right, you see some things
if
he's
you
doing
see
really
some,
well.
then it's worth, okay, having him there, even if it's in a backup to a backup. He could learn, and this is what I like about having Flacco. You can actually learn from this guy. He's been around. He knows what it takes to get things done, and he's done it.
I mean, he could learn from Deshaun Watson as well. He's gotten around several times as well. So
Yeah, well, if he needs to know about, massages and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that,
But
then
yeah,
that's
no,
the
I
guy
agree
to
with you.
go to.
Yeah, I agree with you though. Look, this is a great learning opportunity for him, but it's also an opportunity to showcase his talents and also prove that there's a maturity level that maybe wasn't there a few months ago when the NFL draft happened and some of the things he
Well, he
said
got
or
a
the way
gut
he acted,
punch
right?
being
So,
drafted fifth.
he
That's a gut punch.
he single-handedly tried to, sabotage his own draft and wouldn't talk to certain teams, didn't want to go to certain teams.
Yeah.
Well, here's your chance to make up for that and say, hey, look, I got drafted, I learned from it, and I'm able to perform. And that's going to be the important piece for him. I
Yeah.
guess I would ask you, Ron, what do you think the outcome would be for Shedeur Sanders? Does he make the Browns roster? Is this the reason why he makes the Browns roster, or could this be the reason why he's no longer on the Browns roster after tonight?
I think he's going to make the roster. It's going to be one of the other two that aren't going to make it.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel getting hurt, that's big. Kenny Pickett, at least you could say he's had a couple of years of experience. He's played, he's started in the NFL.
Yeah. I think Gabriel is going to be the odd guy out. I think Sanders is going to do enough to make the roster and think, okay, if he has a year, learns under Joe Flacco, so be it. I don't think Pickett is going to be the guy that gets this franchise as the starter. I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is a learning year for Sanders, and I think that's the way they're now approaching it. Because from what I hear in the camp, that he's earning his way.
Yeah, listen, he's performing well. I think this too, if you look at the organization, and we said probably one of the worst organizations in sports history. When you talk about bad luck, the worst possible scenario was that two of the four quarterbacks got injured, because I think they had an out with Shedeur to just say, hey, look, he's not performing. We have to get rid of him. If this kid comes in now tonight and performs well, the Cleveland Browns have a massive decision on their hands, and it looks bad for them in one aspect, because they probably should have drafted him in the first round and decided not to, and now it's like you're stuck with him if he performs well.
But if he's going to play well, then you're not really stuck, are you? Then you have a quarterback of the future. And I think it is, future, but it's a near future.
Yeah, listen, something's got to change in that organization fast.
Yeah.
Again, it's just one of those things where how many years in a row can you be inept? You have teams that,
I don't know. We're looking at the Jets too, so
at least the Jets have been competitive.
You can be many years.
But they've been competitive. Again, another team that has that, walks under ladders when they walk into the stadium or something. I don't know.
Call Buffalo Sabres organization if you want. I don't know. I mean, there's a precedent in consistently bad.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think this may be that finally an opportunity for them to bring some life back to that organization.
I wish him luck because they'll screw it up somehow.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to have to see where this goes, but I think for him, he needs to perform well just based on the fact that
I wish the kid luck. I mean, I don't want him to suck. And I that's the problem with having, you know, family members that have preceded you. Now you have to live up to these expectations, and it's not fair to the player. I mean, we saw it with Bronny, right? I mean, I
yeah,
feel bad for him.
yeah, we're still seeing it with Bronny, right? Because who knows? We still don't know what he is. Where there's still questions, and again, when your father's that great, like
Yes.
you've seen average players, and then their sons come along. Like,
Del
listen,
Curry.
Ken Griffey Sr. Ken Griffey Sr. was a good player, but he
Yeah.
wasn't in Hall of Fame, all like just out of this world. And then his son was able. Now, if
Right.
his son was the dad's career, think about how much pressure it puts on the son to perform.
Absolutely.
And Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds. Yeah, I mean, you
can't
can
live
go
up
down the
to that.
list.
You can't live up to it. It's almost impossible. It's very rare that you have the bloodline of a Hall of Famer, and then you get another Hall of Famer. I mean, look at Gordie Howe. His sons weren't that good.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
they were okay, but they weren't that good.
Yeah, and I think that's where it's going to get interesting for Sanders tonight. I agree with you. I wish him well. I hope he plays well. I think there's so much pressure on him, and I think ultimately you don't want to see somebody fail, especially just based on the fact that I think.
I mean, there are players I hope fail.
But I will say this: I think it's more because we know what his dad brings to the table and what his dad's mentality, attitude has been for
one of the best.
But again, he always brash, out front, will speak his mind, says what he even as a coach, he's doing it. So yeah, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree sometimes, and unfortunately, I think it hurt him in this aspect. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to continue talking some NFL, Ron. Hopefully, if you're out there watching us live, let us know. Shedeur Sanders, can he win the starting job in Cleveland? We're also going to talk now about the Los Angeles Rams, Ron. This is a big story. Should they be concerned with the health of Matthew Stafford? Back injury. Like, this guy's a warrior. He's played through a lot, but he's getting epidurals right now on his back to help with an aggravated disc. This could be. He hasn't practiced yet with the Rams. This
is a very big problem.
Very good point, Jeff. Jeff, thanks for joining. Junior and right, Dale Earnhardt when he came in.
Oh yeah,
Junior, right?
Junior couldn't live up to his father.
Not at all, and he was successful, Junior, but never the same as the Intimidator.
Not like his dad.
Not at all.
That is a great analogy for that because, like, his dad is one of the best ever. I mean, it's either Dale Earnhardt in my book or Petty. You know what I'm saying? Those are the royalty right there, and there's no way you can live up to that.
Yeah,
and the stress got to him.
Yeah, so I think it may happen with Shedeur Sanders. We'll see. Great point. Thanks, Jeff. So Rams again, Matthew Stafford here. Listen, Jimmy Garoppolo and Stetson Bennett are their backups. This team is considered a possible Super Bowl contender. Great young defense, solid offense. They picked up Devontae Adams. You thought that adding that to the offense, you lose Matthew Stafford, that could be concerning.
Yeah, yeah, that's a tough one because you want Stafford in there because he's won a Super Bowl. The guy can bring it. I mean, even if you're down in the fourth quarter with Stafford in there, you got a good shot at winning the game. I mean, he could chuck the ball. he's had a great career.
He's a top 10 quarterback right now in the league. If you ask me, he's a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the thing with him is he's played through several injuries, but this thing, I mean, getting epidurals that's not a you know what I mean, pop an aspirin and get back out there. This is something now that could be a serious injury.
Yeah,
It'll affect you.
The beginning of the end, I think.
Yeah, right. The way you throw the ball. There was also a possibility of him retiring after this season anyway, before the season even started. So
that might be on the table soon.
I'd be concerned if I'm a Rams fan right now. My thought process has to be, if he's not there, with all the moves they made, they're going to have to go out and look at trying to get a quarterback somewhere. They're going to have to do this. They're too close.
Let me tell you, these preseason games are going to be important for
Jimmy G.
Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
Look, I don't hate him as a quarterback. He can get wins, but can he win a Super Bowl?
He should have an epidural every day, too. That guy can't stay healthy.
Can he make a Super Bowl? You know, I don't know. I don't think he can stay healthy either. You know, I mean, now you're looking at your options aren't very good after that. They're not very good.
So again, you may have to look at a team like the Giants, who have a few quarterbacks. Maybe they can Russell Wilson. I don't know. I'm just saying that something may have to happen here with the Rams if they want to be consistent contenders. If Stafford's injured, I don't know how. Again, the man seems to play through everything, but that seems pretty severe of an injury. That's not something that I
think they are concerned, and I would not be surprised in the next week or so they pull off a trade. You know, they might not have to. Some people could get cut. That might be good.
Yeah. Those out there that are live, what do you think? Rams concerned? Stafford? Listen, this was the one team that honestly gave the Eagles a competitive game last season in the postseason. Like, the Rams could have won that game. And if you think about it, it was in Philadelphia in the snow. So you can't sit back and go that there were the elements, and this team played really well.
They played very well. And on the heels of the fires as well.
Yeah. So
they were actually displaced.
This will be an interesting story to watch, because I don't know if he can get through this season, and that changes your thought process on the Rams.
Yes, all right, it does, because I look at them as a potential contender.
Yeah, and without him, they're kind of middle of the pack.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, Ron, we're going to have some fun with our starting five. A lot of preseason games. We had a couple kickoff last night, a lot tonight and tomorrow. So we're going to give you our starting five rookies to watch this season. These are the rookies that you should be watching, because they're going to be exciting this season. I am first this week, Ron, so I will start us off with my honorable mentions, and I've got two. And it's from the same team, and it's off of our leadoff story. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders and quarterback Dylan Gabriel. I think this is a must-watch, especially if Gabriel can come back and is healthy. Which direction do these Cleveland Browns go in? And do you see more out of one or the other that puts them over the top to keep them on the Cleveland Browns roster? So those were the two players I had as an honorable mention.
Yeah, I did not have them even on my list, although Shedeur Sanders is a dark horse. I have 5 honorable mentions. And I know you're like, oh my God, really? It's Ron's top 10.
Can't wait.
But I think I wanted to have these guys in there for specific reasons. And I'm started out with Will Campbell. He's not. You're not going to get stats really from an offensive lineman, but let's look at this. You can boo all you want, but we're going to find out if he can protect and serve. We're going to find out.
Okay. Protect and serve.
I have Caleb Johnson as well. Pittsburgh Steelers running back. This could be the second coming of the bus. Watch him on short yardage plays when they need that first down or on the goal line. This guy, he's a beast. I expect him to get some touchdowns this year. Expect it. I'm telling you. Watch him. Tight end Terrence Ferguson from the Rams. Now, that is if Stafford is going to play. If not, then he's not. And then I have a player from Cleveland, but no, not on the offensive side, but on the defensive side. Linebacker Carson Schwessinger. This guy is a tackling machine in college. And first of all, I think teams are gonna be able to move the ball on Cleveland, and he's gonna be the guy that's gonna have to tackle them all. So I think he's gonna have a monster year for tackles. Look for over 100 tackles from this guy. Look for it. I'm telling you. You can laugh. You can laugh. And my guy that was on the bubble.
Oh, the old bubble.
This is my real honorable mention.
Okay.
Matthew Golden of the Green Bay Packers. He was my bubble guy. I think he's going to have a really good year. I expect a lot from him.
All right. It's pretty interesting because at number 5 in my starting 5 is Matthew Golden. I think he has a great opportunity for the Green Bay Packers to finally have a legitimate number 1 wide receiver. They've always had good wide receivers. But Matthew Golden, I expect him and Love to just have a great connection. And thank you,
Love
Kenny.
connection?
A love connection. It's Golden Love.
Come on, I don't get a laugh for that one. I mean, that's brilliant.
That was great. All right. So Matthew Golden, wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, must watch. He's number 5 for me.
Yeah, and my number 5. I'm sure you might have number 1, but I'm putting at number 5 because I'm not sold that this team is going to be able to move the ball as well as hoped. And that is from Vegas, Ashton Jonte. I think he's going to have a great year, but I don't think it's going to be so great that it's going to wow everybody. But he will be in consideration for Rookie of the Year.
Okay. All right. At number 4 for me, must watch this season, Cam Ward, quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. Number 1 pick overall. I still think it's a little high for him. I think there's a ton of pressure on this kid, and they're not a very good team. So I think it's just a must watch on the opposite end. Does this kid fold under the pressure of being the number 1 pick, or does he step up and become a quality starter? So I think that's a must watch for this season. Cam Ward, number 4 for me.
Yeah, I didn't even have him on the list because I don't think he's going to have a very good year. And he might not make it through the year at a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Might not make it. So I didn't have him on there. My number 4, Baltimore Ravens, Malaki Starks. I think this is already a good team. And when you bring in one guy to make a difference, I think he's going to shine because he's in a winning situation.
That's the safety, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's a good pick. Good
I
one.
mean, you're surrounded by talent here, and I don't think you can fail. And I think he's going to rise to the occasion. I think he's going to be I'm looking at him to be like a Rodney Harrison.
We're changing, Ron, before everyone's eyes, because you're the more positive, the loving, and I'm my third guy is also because of a controversy and what could happen. So I'm like in the drama. I'm more the soap opera guy right now. Jackson Dart, quarterback for the New York Giants. Can this kid? I've heard a lot of good things out of camp. That he is playing very well.
Yeah.
And you know Russell Wilson and how well he gets along with quarterbacks that are on his team. I'd be curious to see if Jackson Dart can end up becoming the starting quarterback for the New York Giants at some point this season. I want that drama, buddy. I want that drama.
I know you want the drama. I went in a different direction. Let me tell you. I went similar to Milwaukee Starks. I went Andrew Makura from the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, they lost a lot of talent in that defense. You know, they lost Slay and whatever his name is, CJ, whatever his name is. I can't think of it out.
CJ Gardner?
Yes, thank you. He's going to be slotted in at safety, I believe. But Andrew Makuba, I think he's going to have a really solid year. It's tough when there's so much talent there as it is. Again, he's going to benefit from having a lot of talent and having a good system to play in. Makes it a lot easier. You know, it makes it a lot easier to learn and to stay focused. And I think he's going to have a great year. So mark that down for your defensive players.
All right. All right. At number 2 for me was Ashton Genty. I think the Raiders, although 3 carries for negative yards yesterday in the preseason, but I also think that knowing Pete Carroll the way we know Pete Carroll and what he wants to do, this kid's going to get a ton of carries. And I think you're going to see some special things when he's able to break through the hole because he is explosive when he gets through that hole.
Yeah.
So I went Genty at number 2 as a must-watch.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about this must-watch thing. You didn't say anything about the must-watch.
Rookie's the must-watch.
No. Well, you just said starting 5 NFL rookies. That's all you said to me. You didn't say must-watch anything. But I'm just telling you who's going to be good this year.
Okay.
And number 2.
I'm hearing excuses, but go ahead.
Number 2, you might not agree with this.
Do I gotta?
But Denver Broncos running back R.J. Harvey. I don't care what you say. You mark my words. This guy is going to be good. He's going to be better than Genty.
78 Superman, the Gene Hackman, Lex Luthor. Yes, he is. Lex Luthor vibe. Chakra, thanks for joining. You do have a little Gene Hackman, although, that was a rough one, the way he passed, too. But you got a little Lex Luthor.
Love Gene Hackman. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I don't mind being compared to Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I could.
Probably better than that super crap stuff that they have out now.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't have monkeys working on a keyboard, though.
No?
No monkeys on a keyboard. Stupid. Ridiculous.
Hold on a second.
It's ridiculous.
Here. Let's see if we can bring it up.
But that's who I have. RJ Harvey at number 2. Look, he's in Denver, okay? Denver has just created this team, and he's brilliant as a coach. Let me tell you.
No, I agree with you there. I think offensively, you could definitely.
With the emergence of Bo Nix, and then you add a runner, this team is going to be very good offensively. Yeah,
they should be. And Bo Nix coming into his own next year. So I agree with you there. I could see. Believe it or not, they don't have
RJ Harvey.
There we go, buddy. Hold on. Let's see here. All right, get ready, buddy. You ready? Let's see if we could do this. All right, bring that up, Ron. Bring that up. There it is. It does. You got it. It's pretty damn close.
Actually,
That
yeah,
is
kinda
that is really good,
That's kind of scary.
right? Like that is wow.
I guess you're Ned Beatty.
Oh man, really?
My co-host is Ned Beatty.
Yeah, too much. All right. Good one, Chakra. All right. So that
was
leaves us
good,
with
Chakra.
our number one for our starting five NFL rookies that you should watch, must watch. Ron says it's going to be really good. I went Travis Hunter at number one because it's going to be interesting to see. First off, he's starting at corner. Will he become a wide receiver? Can they be a legitimate two-way player? Will the Jacksonville Jaguars decide not to do it? I think that's going to be an intriguing story all season, especially if the kid starts to produce offensively, because do you take him off the defensive side of the ball? So Travis Hunter, number one.
That has gimmick vibes written all over it.
All over
it. I think it's a. I think
he did
it's
it in college.
A complete failure.
He did it in college.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a complete failure.
I don't know.
I don't have him on my list either.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I don't have him on the list.
You're off your rocker, but it's all right. Gene Hackman, go.
Number one, and I saw this kid last night playing. Omarion.
There's a singer, Omarion.
Hampton.
Okay.
From the Chargers. I don't know how to say his first name. I guess we'll find out during the games.
Is he offensive lineman?
No.
Defense? I don't know. What Hampton? What was he?
Looking him up.
What is he?
Look him up. Running back.
Is he? Oh, okay.
I think he's going to be really good. I think he wins Rookie of the Year this year.
I don't know. They lost Slater.
I think he brings that team some depth, and
lost their offensive line.
Kansas City should be worried now.
No. Lost their offensive line.
Kansas City should be worried.
They lost Slater for the year, so I don't know. That's a big loss. Best offensive lineman in the league. So I don't know how well that running game is going to go, but no, good. Obviously, you watch some tonight. We'll get to see some of these players in the next couple days, so we'll let you know what we saw. But I just gave you Halloween outfit, right? Nice and simple. All you got to do is get the sweater there from the prison. You're good to go. Gene Hackman.
Yep.
Lex Luthor.
Yep.
All right, Ron.
I got that.
Let's talk some NBA.
Mannerisms too.
Let's talk some NBA. De'Aaron Fox, he signed an extension with the San Antonio Spurs. Is it time for us to consider them contenders? Could this be the year for the Spurs?
I think that was already in the works anyway.
All right, 4 years, $229 million deal. Here's the key though: 17 games. He averaged 19.7 points, 6.8 assists, and 4.3 rebounds.
It could have been contenders last year.
I think health is the biggest key. Can Victor Wembanyama stay healthy?
Yeah.
Can De'Aaron Fox stay healthy?
They're a contender as long as he's healthy.
Right? Steven Castle, Devin Vassell, like they've got a good team.
They do.
But those two guys have to stay healthy. They cannot.
Yes, they do.
Kenny seems to think yes, but I mean, health is so critical with the Spurs team. And then change of coach, no more Pop. Yeah, right. Like you got to start to look at that too. But did he lose something like the last few years? Just not the same head coach.
Health, you can't focus. And I don't think he was doing as much for the team anyway because of that health problem. I don't think they lose anything as far as, what the coaches are going to do. It's just those playoff situations is where they could lose that. I don't think they lose anything during the regular season. It's what happens in the playoffs in those close games. That's when it matters about Pop.
I think this is what we got to look at too, though, Ron. Hold on here. I'm bringing up the Western Conference, and I want to ask you. They finished 13th. All right, yeah. 34 and 48. They'd have to do Portland, which I think they can do.
Yeah.
Phoenix is going to be a mess, right? They were only going to have Devin Booker. So I could see them. All right, that puts them at 11. Dallas, I think's improved.
Yeah.
Sacramento's still a good team.
Yeah, but I think they'll beat them.
All right, so that puts them in. So you think they get in?
I think they get in.
All right, because the other teams that are ahead of
Look,
well, maybe
I mean,
Memphis.
when you think about it, after Wembanyama went down, I mean, they were really a shell of themselves. So, and they were close to a playoff spot then when he went down. I think coming back another year and this team getting some practice time, and yes, I'm talking about practice.
Not a game. Not a game.
Not a game. Practice.
Okay, practice. All right.
With some more practice as a unit with Fox, I think this team, I think it'll be top 6.
Right. Good extension too. 4 years. That keeps them in the fold for a while. So
yeah,
they could make some noise. All right, another NBA story, Ron. Joe Mazzulla, head coach of the Boston Celtics, has signed an extension to remain as the head coach. Was this a wise choice by the Celtics?
I think it was. I mean, you don't want to go in with him not having a contract.
I hate this move.
I don't hate it. I think he's done a great job. I like what he's done.
I agree with you. Okay, 246 games. He's 182 and 64. He's 74% win percentage. What a outstanding coach, right? 50 games in the postseason. He's 33 and 17. Obviously won a championship. But let me ask you this. Has he had the best roster in the NBA for the last 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Okay. So do we know what kind of team they're going to be? Congratulations, Kenny said. Yeah. But let me ask you this. Do we even know what kind of coach he really is? Because can you say sometimes that the talent exceeds the coach? And this is where I'm nervous.
Look,
I'm nervous to say
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous on his ability.
You lose Tatum, Porzingis, Drew Holiday.
Yep.
I mean, they're a shell of what this team's ever been under him. Under him.
Yes.
Do we know what kind of coach he's going to be?
This is going to be good for the Celtics, in my opinion.
Okay.
I hate that it happened, but you kind of expected. Once Tatum got that injury, you knew everything was different.
Agreed.
You knew.
Agreed.
Now he's gotta rise to the occasion. He knows
we don't know
everybody.
If he, and I agree with you, but we don't know if he can. So to sign an extension on a year when you at least should see if he's a legitimate coach.
I think
we don't know if he's a good coach. He's a good coach with phenomenal players, some of the best in the NBA.
Right. We didn't get that opportunity with Phil Jackson either. We didn't see him with crap.
Exactly.
So we don't know about Phil Jackson. This is what you're saying. I mean,
I'm saying is that I don't think Phil Jackson would have got an extension if he didn't stay in Chicago when Michael Jordan left. He knew.
How many coaches in the NBA right now would you take over Joe Mazzulla? 3?
I take the guy in Houston, who unfortunately they fired.
Right, and he learned under him.
I honestly think Steve Kerr's done a great job based on all of the change in the injuries.
Yeah, but he would never play Tatum.
Yeah, well, that's a different story for another time. But I'm just saying, if you look at it,
it might be 3, maybe 4.
But that's based on the talent he has had.
Yes,
we don't know if he's a good. You listen. Mike Krzyzewski is one of the best coaches in college basketball history. But we also saw when he didn't have his 5-star recruits, they weren't as good. They just weren't. I don't care how good of a coach you are.
And I get that. But
talent sometimes exceeds the coach.
Look, I'd rather give him the extension and not play for his life in the last season than not have him there and have some scrub come in and take over this team. I'm sorry.
You are becoming one of these I don't know. What are they? Gen Z, Gen X, we're Gen X, Gen Z, Gen baby. What are they now? I don't even know what they are now. All I'm going to say is this. How about he actually earns the right for the extension?
This is what is going to happen this year.
He did it. He already got it. He didn't earn it.
Yeah, but they can always fire him.
I know,
but they can always fire him. They got plenty of money.
So what's the point of that? They don't have plenty of money. That's why they dumped half their salary.
What's the point of? We say this all the time. New York Knicks. What did they do? They fired him, and he had a better season than New York has had in like 30 years. Since Ewing played. This was their best year since Ewing played, and they fired him. Why are you going to risk a coach that is just going to get picked up by somebody else tomorrow if you get rid of him? You got to keep him, pay him. If it doesn't work out, then you can get rid of him, but you got to at least try.
Ron, you've played hockey.
Yes.
Right? You're a hockey player. Are you a good coach?
Yes.
Based on how many teams have you coached?
I haven't coached.
Okay.
But I'd make a great coach.
So my point is this, though. If I told you right now, I'm going to give you the top 10 players in the NHL, the best goaltender, the top 3 defensemen, the top 3 offensive players, could you win?
Well, I know I could win.
I think you could win. Absolutely, right? Because it's based on the talent you have on the ice.
Yes.
They're basing this contract on something that hasn't been proven. We don't know if he's a good coach. We know he's a good coach with players that exceed the talent of the rest of the NBA. I know that. I don't know what he is as a coach. That's my concern is this.
The point I'm making is simple. Just compare to what happened with the Boston Bruins. You get rid of the coach because things aren't working and it's a tough season. You don't have the players. The year before, it seemed like those players were the guys to get you through to the playoffs and win a Stanley Cup. Didn't happen.
Okay.
So what do? It starts out really bad and you get rid of the coach. Mm-hmm. And that didn't fix the problem. It didn't fix the problem. So I'd rather have a good coach. And yes, I get it. He had great players. I get that.
That's an assumption.
But I'd rather have a coach that I actually have some confidence in.
I like Missoula.
I don't get rid of the coach for just because you don't have talent.
100%. I didn't say they should have let Joe Missoula go. I'm saying, how do you sign him to an extension without seeing if he's a legitimate coach?
Because you have to at this point.
He's not a coach, though. We don't know
because you don't want to be in a position where you go through half the season. It's like, oh yeah, well we now know you can coach, and then he says, you know what? You let me on the you put me on the hook for this, and now I don't want to be here. Okay. This is what happens when you wait too long, and they didn't wait. And I respect the Celtics for doing that, and I love it. Because now you put some trust into this guy. The teammates that are surrounding him, that are playing, now understand, okay, so he's our guy. And we now need to make sure that we keep our guy. And this is what they're saying. I'm sick of revolving doors with coaches. Bruins just get it wrong.
So he loses 60 games next season. He's gone anyway. It's the same thing.
If he loses,
if
right,
he
but
goes,
at least you give him a shot.
If he goes 500 or better and gets this team into the postseason, then I say absolutely. Now we know he can coach, and now you can build team around. If you don't have a Tatum or somebody, you know he can still get you.
You have to have faith in him. You can't just
have
a lame duck as a coach. You can't do it.
Brad Stevens won with college kids in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's a coach.
It is.
Okay? That's a coach.
Brad Stevens was a great coach. I wish he was still coaching.
Joe Missoula came in with top NBA talent. We don't know if he can win.
I know we don't. But you can always fire him. But I'd rather have a coach that's not a lame duck. You can't have a guy that's a lame duck because everybody knows if something goes wrong right away, they point the fingers. Oh, it's the coach. It's the coach. It's the coach.
Okay. All right.
No lame duck.
All right. Let's talk some Major League Baseball, Ron.
You want lame ducks, you go to the Bruins organization. They have lots of them.
Lots of them. They do. All right. Do you think signing Roman Anthony to a lengthy contract so early was a smart deal for the Boston Red Sox? So 8-year deal, $130 million with a club option in the final season of the deal, or the final year of the deal. It could be worth up to $230 million in incentives, especially if he's like included in the Rookie of the Year voting. He can make some serious.
This is a great deal for them because I saw enough games this year where I'm looking at this kid. This kid's good.
What am I going to do with you?
Because look,
I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
In 5 years, it's a bargain.
It could be, or it could be a horrible deal because it's guaranteed money. Baseball's guaranteed.
Right, and I get that, but
he's played 47 games. 47 games.
That swing is beautiful.
47
that swing
games,
is
Ron.
Perfect.
Okay, 47 games.
47 games. I've seen enough of this kid that they need to sign him, and they did.
To 8 years.
8 years.
Is you think that's a good deal?
It's a great deal.
It's a great deal for Anthony.
A guy that's going to be an all-star.
It's a great deal for Anthony. He blows out his knees next year, and he's never the same. Guess what? He still gets his money.
To take with anybody.
I'm just saying, we don't even know what he is yet.
I know what he is.
Okay, 276.
They know what he is.
2 home runs,
All of
45
America
hits.
knows what he is.
19 ribbies. Oh, yeah, this guy sounds like amazing.
I'm telling you, that's a good deal. This kid is an all-star.
You are the biggest homer in the world.
It's not. It's fact.
You are.
Whatever. I don't care.
What has he done in the league?
Eric, he hasn't done anything. But this is the point I'm making. You're not under. You. What do you have in between your ears today?
A microphone.
Did you stuff a corn on the cob all the way through?
All the way through, buddy, because I just don't know what you're looking at.
Look, the kid's swing is perfect. This kid is going to be great. I'm telling you, he's going to be an all-star. You're going to see it. This kid is a wonderful player. Wonderful.
Okay, so how soon before he's an all-star?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's an all-star next season.
Next season, okay.
But I would say 2 years for sure.
2 years for sure. Okay. All right. I mean, that's a lot of money to invest in somebody that is 2 years down the road. And we think he may be an all-star.
Look at the money that people are making off of this, and they're doing crap.
Here's the problem with you that you're not paying attention to. Yes, it is. Your organization, we know I'm a Yankee fan, your organization doesn't like to spend money.
No, they don't.
Right?
It's quite surprising they did it.
So they did. And again, if this kid isn't what you think next year,
he is,
or the year after, he's gone because they already put such a high price tag on him that they're not going to want to pay him. And that they just proved it with Devers.
In a couple of years, it's going to be a bargain, Eric.
If he turns out to be what you say
it's going to be a bargain.
We don't know that. Is he Ken Griffey Jr.?
I do. I know it.
He's Ken Griffey Jr.
See, you have no clue what you're even talking about at this point.
Okay.
No clue.
Okay.
Because look at the money that's getting thrown around for players that are just mediocre.
Who've been in the league for many years, though.
Yes, but it's still mediocre.
It's not a sample size. I am not going to go to a restaurant and say it's the greatest restaurant in the world after my first time going. I go 3-4 times now, and I go, wow. Now I've got a sample size.
When you see a player and has all the boxes checked off, You got to keep that player. Look, this is what many teams make the mistake on. This is what many people everybody knows that this kid was the number one prospect in baseball. Number one prospect. And when he got into the games, when you see that swing is perfect. He has that it factor that is there. And he makes big time hits,
Okay.
as does Rafaela. But I don't think Rafaela is as talented as a hitter as Anthony.
Pay him.
But he shows it in the field more.
Pay him.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to pay him, but they probably will.
Okay.
And this is something that they didn't do with Mookie Betts. And they should have. I don't think they want to make the same mistake twice. So yes, it's always a crapshoot when you sign a young rookie to this massive contract.
100%.
It's always a crapshoot. But when you see the skill is there, it's just a matter of staying healthy and growing that skill.
In 3-4 years, if this kid is as good as you're proclaiming him to be, and he sees that he's lost a lot of money, I want to see if Boston steps up and gives him more. They won't, and then you're going to see what happens.
That's the other side of things,
catch 22, and that's why I say I think it's too early for both sides. For both sides to have jumped in bed already like this, and not at least made sure that they, had a great dating.
Yeah, I think with a case like this, when you see that talent, you got to keep that talent. You got to keep it.
I hope you're right. All right, Ron, it is time for split decisions.
So is it too early to give my split decision with Roman Anthony?
Yeah. Our split decision segment, basically, we give each other two more likely questions, and we have to make a decision. I am first tonight, so I will start us off with your first split decision, Ron. And it is, which quarterback has more to prove this season? Sam Darnold with the Seahawks or J.J. McCarthy with the Vikings?
I would say Sam Darnold, because you did it once. Now, can you do it again? J.J. McCarthy was injured last year, so nobody knows that. That's just like, okay, if we get a great quarterback, yay. If not, we made a mistake.
So you think about what the Vikings invested in him, because they said, listen, a guy that just had one of his best seasons of his career. Okay, we'll send him off because we expect you to be just as good.
Right.
So
but
I think it may be J.J. McCarthy.
There's a lot of pressure on him too. But I think because he took the money somewhere else, but I think there's just so much pressure for him to do it again.
I'm going to ask you this question, Ron, and this is no disrespect to the player. Do you expect him to be good, though?
No.
Right, exactly. Based on what he's been, right? We don't know what J.J. McCarthy is, but the Vikings sure think that he's better than Darnold. And Darnold had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
That's where I think J.J. McCarthy, that's why I thought this was an interesting question.
It is. It's a great question because you can look at this so many different ways.
Yeah, I don't expect anything from Darnold. So
truthfully, I think they both fail, to be honest with you.
Agree. Yeah, we could see that too.
Because there's no way J.J. McCarthy is going to live up to Darnold's season, what they just had. So if you don't make the playoffs, it's a failure.
100%. And the Vikings
if Darnold doesn't put up those kind of numbers, in Seattle, oh my God, the people are going to have his head. Yeah. I don't think either player can win. I don't think they can either one of them are going to do.
All right. Your first split decision, Ron.
All right. Who will more likely have more rushing yards next season for the NFL? This upcoming season, starting September, right?
Okay.
Saquon Barkley Derek Henry,
Mhm.
Bijan Robinson, or Jonty?
Yeah, I'm taking Jonty. I don't like Vegas's line. Bijan, I think, is going to have a very good season, but I don't think he's even in the same class as the other two. So that leaves me with Barkley and Henry. And I will say this: I think Henry is going to be a monster this season. And I'm not saying Barkley won't be, but I think they're going to really try to protect Barkley too because of the injury past, and not overdo it with him. So I think I could see them giving him less carries, just to preserve the player. So I would go Derrick Henry on that one. It's a good question though. Yeah, Genti I think is not there yet.
And I just threw a rookie in there just because.
Yeah.
I actually think it's going to be Bijan. I think he's going to improve this year. And I'm not sure the other two can stay healthy.
Agreed. You could be right there, too. All right, Ron. Your second split decision. Which team is more likely to lose their division? The Houston Astros, who are 1.5 games up, the Philadelphia Phillies, who are 2.5 games up, or the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are 2 games up? Who's more likely to lose their division? Houston with Seattle, Philly with the Mets, Dodgers with the Padres.
I'm going to say Houston.
Seattle's playing some good baseball.
Well, yeah, and they've got a couple of teams chasing them. That's the problem. Seattle and the Texas Rangers. I think the Texas Rangers has a great pitching staff. Evaldi, oh my God, what a big mistake the Red Sox made letting him go. But with the team that Seattle put together at the trade deadline, they are clearly the winners because they are playing out of this world right now. What a squad they have right now. Yeah, what a squad.
I could agree with that, the Astros. All right, your second split decision.
All right. Well, it's also baseball. Hey, that's pretty good. We both had the... All right, Robert Suarez from San Diego has the most saves with 32. Who is more likely to have the most at the end of the season? Josh Hader from Houston, who has 28. Carlos Estevez from Kansas City with 28. Or Jeff Hoffman from Toronto with 26. I'm taking Suarez out of the picture.
I would go Hoffman. I think Toronto's just playing some... Well, actually, no, wait, because then you're thinking about save opportunities, and they're putting up runs like crazy, so he may not have a lot of save opportunities. So that leaves me with Kansas City, and who was the other guy?
Josh Hader from Houston.
Houston, they're playing a lot of close games. Oof. I'm gonna go with the kid from Kansas City because I think they'll play closer games. They don't have the offense, so he'll be in more save opportunities.
So Carlos Estevez.
Yes, more Carlos Estevez because he'll have more save opportunities.
That's got 28.
Right, because their team doesn't score a lot of runs, so you're probably winning a lot of 1-2 run games, which is save opportunities.
That's pretty good.
Right, the kid in Toronto, they're winning by 10 runs a game. He's never going to get save opportunities.
I really would like to see Kansas City make a playoff run. I really would.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, Ron, that was fun. Good job. All right, we're going to talk some NHL. Break out your Bruins cup there. Alex Ovechkin is signed to do a movie. Would you watch it? Would you watch Alex Ovechkin's movie? So he's partnered with a Russian technology company to produce either a movie, series, or documentary about his NHL career.
Wait, are they going to make this like he's going to be a super spy?
They may, and then
kind of like Fast and the Furious, how street racers becomes super spies and
spy kids. Yeah, the lava eating
break up terrorists.
Yeah,
organizations.
Plays the Sharks. Yeah, I like it. trying to assassinate the president. I don't know. I would say this. Can I ask you this? He passed Wayne Gretzky, right? Great accomplishment. But I still don't consider him in that same class.
No.
So it's like, I don't know if I'd want to watch a movie about his career. I'm only watching a guy, okay, so you've played long enough.
Like, I wouldn't have him in my top 10
Like,
players
yeah, he's
of all
played
time.
long enough. He's put 1,491 games, Ron. 1,491
Look,
games.
he's a great goal scorer.
But
Does he?
Does he wow you?
There should be a Wayne Gretzky movie before Alex Ovechkin.
Agreed. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do it, it should be Wayne Gretzky and the guy trying to chase him.
Look, I'll probably watch it because I watch a ton of movies.
It's
right?
only going to be
I'm
in
a
Russian.
movie buff.
It's going to be Russian.
I don't know. If it's in Russian, definitely not.
Not going to watch it.
I wouldn't if it's in Russian. If it's an American-made movie, maybe. I'm not sure I would. Because to me, I think it's a joke. What's so great about his life that needs to be on a movie?
And he's won one Stanley Cup. It's not like this guy's dominated for years and you're going to be like, hey, look at all these great seasons, the things he's done. You sit back and go, okay, you've played a long time, scored a lot of goals.
Was he in the Russian army and he was shooting pucks up against, a tank and broke a tank?
What do they call that? The skeet shooting? But that's how he was doing it with like hockey pucks and
maybe. I don't know. What is so great about his life? The struggles of being an NHL player. Oh my God. I don't get it. I don't get it. If there was some incredible things that happened in your life, maybe.
What
incredible
Ovechkin?
Things?
Who would you have play Ovechkin, Ron? In the movie?
I don't know.
Brad Pitt? Maybe that brings some people.
No.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Maybe a Leo. Who else?
I don't know, but I think it's just ridiculous. He's still playing. Wait till he you know what? You want a movie, Alex Ovechkin? Retire.
Do you think there's a sign he might not come back? He's not under contract.
Good.
Wow.
Sayonara.
Jeez. I still think they put us on in the movie at the end, and this would be the clip.
Well, if they do that, then I'll let them make the movie.
This would be the clip right here. Alex Ovechkin. Sayonara.
I think it's ridiculous. Retire first before you get a movie.
Can I say this? I think it's interesting that it's a Russian-based company because I don't think anybody in America would have signed on.
I don't think anybody cares.
You know what I mean?
Who cares?
There should be a Goudreau, right? Is the kid that passed away?
No, that I would get.
Right? Like that would be a movie we should watch.
That one. I would definitely watch that one.
Ovechkin.
You know what I'm saying? Like, show me something. I don't care
How
that
many
you
years
broke
has he
his
been?
record.
14, 15 years? Ovechkin's been in the league.
It's like, see, I would have expected this from Sidney Crosby.
You always got to take a Sidney Crosby shot. I don't get it.
It's dumb. It's dumb. Does it matter? You want something pretty exciting, like how about showing a movie of life and times when you were a goaltender without masks? Show me that. That's what I want to see. I want to see somebody take a 90-mile-an-hour shot right to the skull.
Maybe they incorporate all the great players in his movie, and then he's like part of it.
Maybe, I don't know.
That would work.
Like, why not Jaromir Jagr? The guy is still playing. He's like 50, 58, 59 years old. He's still playing.
Yeah, like Ovechkin hasn't done anything outside of the NHL.
No.
It's not even the same.
Look, you can just sit there and, at like a 45-degree angle of the net and just get past the puck all the time. You're going to score goals just by default.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
Let's see you
897.
do that. Skate from your end of the ice, up, back, and then up again, and score a goal to win a Stanley
I think
Cup.
this is
Then
something
we can talk.
retired. This is a retirement move all day long. I think he's
Oh,
retiring.
good.
So Ron, you're not going no Oscars for this. You don't think it'll
No. Oh, come on.
won't be on going on daily for a movie?
They're going to have some actor named Vasily play him.
Who's the dude? Who's the guy that played Venom?
I don't know.
He would be a good Ovechkin.
Sure.
All right, Ron. Let's move on to our pick
Tom
and roll.
Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy.
It's time for pick
Movie is just ridiculous.
and roll.
They
All right,
can
I'll
name
pick
it
and roll
Super Crap like the Superman movie should have been named.
Our pick and roll tonight in 1993, so 32 years ago, episode 32, Roman Holiday of season 5. NHL draft picks who we believe became an all-star at some point in their career. Victor Kozlov, Jason Arnott, Yoslin Tebow. Is it Tebow?
Tebow. Yeah.
Tebow. Kenny Johansson, Adam Deadmarsh, and
No.
Jason
No, not
Allison.
Kenny Johansson. There's no H in there at all.
Johnson? That's not
It's
Johnson.
Kenny Johnson.
That's Janssen?
That's
Kenny
Johnson
Johnson.
because it has a little symbol over the O,
Oh, see, I can't do it on my. All right.
and the J's are like Y's.
All right. So I am first this week with this remarkable list. So I will start us off. Even if we have it different, Ron, it's the same. Because, wow, these guys were really good.
I don't know if we're going to have this different.
Number 6, I had Kenny Johansson. What did you say?
Johnson.
686 games. He had 63 goals, 204 assists, a minus 16 for his career, and 6 game-winning goals. No accolades. Number 6. At number 5, Victor Kozlov, 897 games, 198 goals, 339 assists. He was a minus 3 for his career and 19 game-winning goals. No accolades. You see a theme here. At number 4, I had Jocelyn Thibault, 586, 238 and 238. Phenomenal record there. And 75 ties. We'll split those up to 39 shutouts in his career, 275 goals against with a 904 save percentage. So it wasn't bad, but
the save percentage is actually pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, he couldn't win a game.
For bad teams.
Yeah. But that put him at 4 for me. Jason Allison moved into number 3 with a plus 17, 154 goals, 331 assists, 26 game-winning goals. At number 2, Adam Deadmarsh, 184 goals, 189 assists, a plus 43, 27 game-winning goals, and Ron won a cup. All right. But I went Jason Arnott at number 1, 1,244 games. Arnott, 417 goals, 521 assists, a plus 81, 64 game-winning goals, and he won a Stanley Cup. Jason Arnott, the best of the worst of this week.
Yeah, you got it right.
I don't know if I'm happy. These guys were not.
I actually am surprised you did this list because, there's really only 3 decent players on this list. Jason Allison was a late bloomer. His first 5 or 6 years were really crap. He broke out in his second year with the Bruins, where he got 33 goals.
That happened to me in high school. I was a late bloomer.
Yeah, so he only had another 4 or 5 years left in him, and so he was a decent player. And then Adam Deadmarsh, he's okay. Nothing
That's what I'm
exciting.
saying. Jason Arnott was at least good.
Yeah, Jason Arnott
Good.
was talented. He
Good.
was a good player.
Good player.
He was
And,
the guy out of all this list. He was.
Yeah.
I would take him, and the other guys can just, whatever.
Yeah. No, agreed. Yeah, this was an interesting one. All right, Ron. Before we move into our predictions, let's bring up the Hall of Fame voting. So, if you joined last month and helped induct Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Zinedine Zidane into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, thank you. You now have an opportunity to get someone else into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Join the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook. Cast your vote now. For the NFL, we have Deion Sanders, Rod Woodson, Arenas Williams, Eric Allen, and Steve Atwater. Deion Sanders currently leading there. And for the WNBA, we have
That's me.
Candace Parker, Swin Cash, Cheryl Swoops, Tamika Catchings, and Maya Moore. Cheryl Swoops currently leading there as well. The polls close this week, so next Friday we will have a new member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, but you still have time to cast your vote. Join the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page today. Cast your vote before the polls close to help one of these athletes get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. All right, Ron. Prediction time. Last week's results. Doing a hell of a job here. All right. I went 3-3. You went 4-2. We had a winner in NASCAR. James, 5-2 last week. He did get 2 points for picking the NASCAR winner.
Yeah, he finally went off of Chase Elliott.
Yeah, and I picked Chase Elliott. See what happens. And then Mickey, who joined for the first time, had a 4-2 record. So great job to Mick. If you are joining us live and want to get your name added to the chart, please let us know who you picked for these games, and we will make sure we add your name to our chart going forward. But Ron, it is time to start us off with a Major League Baseball series starting tonight. The New York Mets are at the Milwaukee Brewers, a 3-game series. I should pick more. Yes, Chakra, here's your chance. So you got the New York Mets at the Milwaukee Brewers. I went Milwaukee here at home. Milwaukee's playing some great baseball, best record in the league. So they're playing phenomenal baseball. The Mets have kind of been on and off for most of this last month or so. So I went with Milwaukee here.
Yeah, I went with Milwaukee too. They're just playing so well. And I like New York Mets team, but I just think in Milwaukee, it's going to be tough to beat them there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Chakra, if you got a pick, let us know. We can add it to the chart, my friend. Yeah, New York Mets at the Milwaukee Brewers. Who wins the series? Anybody else out there live?
Let's go.
I'm not a fan of alcohol, unfortunately.
Oh,
the Brewers. So you're going to go Mets?
I guess it's the Mets for him.
Chakra's going Mets. All right. You would think they would have changed that by now. Mighty Mets. All right.
Mighty Mets.
All right, Ron. Also, a series starting tonight. This is a good one. The Toronto Blue Jays are at the Los Angeles Dodgers for a 3-game series. Who do you have?
I'm going Toronto. The big matchup, I think, tonight is Scherzer versus Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be a great one.
Yeah.
I think Toronto's going to win. I think their offense is just much better than anybody right now. I mean, what they just did last series to the Rockies is just embarrassing. Didn't they score like 56 runs in a 3-game series?
Yeah, they killed them. It was something absolutely ridiculous. Kenny went Blue
So I
Jays.
went Toronto. Kenny went
Dodge
Toronto.
Those Blue Jays, they make too much noise in the morning. So he's going Dodgers. Chakra. I got to figure out all this little things.
Yeah, Chakra's going to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, thanks.
So if you're on Twitch, watching us on Twitch, you can get Chakra_Power and watch some video games that he plays.
I'm going to go with Chakra as well. I'm going to dodge those Blue Jays. I'm going to Dodgers here at home. I think the travel might hurt. And I think they put a lot of runs in the last series. So I agree with you. But sometimes you overdo it. So I'm going Dodgers at home. All right. Okay. Another big series starting on the 11th. Change it on there. Boston Red Sox at the Houston Astros, 3-game series. I went Boston here, believe it or not. They're in Houston's head. Houston thinks they're stealing signs. It got ugly the last time they played. Boston swept the Astros. I think they're playing the mind games. Alex Carr is really smart what he's doing there. So I went Boston here.
Yeah, I have to keep going with what I'm doing. And assuming I want the Red Sox to win, I'm going to pick Houston. So you'll be able to gain a game on me today. Maybe.
I'm not looking at. All I'm trying to do is stay above 500 right now, buddy.
Yeah, I know you are. You're struggling.
Red Sox. It's called. It's just the call. All right. So Chakra's going Red Sox. Kenny, do you have a pick?
Kenny, you got to pick that Mets-Milwaukee series as well.
All right. All right, we're going to go WNBA action, Ron. To Sunday. Got the Minnesota Lynx at the New York Liberty, 2 best teams in the league. Seems like they play a lot because we've.
Yeah, it does. I feel like they play it every weekend. I'm going the Liberty at home. I think it's their turn.
I don't know. Minnesota's just playing great basketball. So
I know.
Even on the road, I went Minnesota here. I went with the Lynx and not the sausage.
Yeah.
Come on. Liberty City Survivor. All right. That's a Grand Theft Auto. That's a Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto reference.
Happening at those Indiana Fever games?
You mean things being thrown onto the court?
Yeah.
I mean, there is a groin injury in Indiana that maybe some of the cause of that. They said it's a crypto company that actually paid people to do it. GTA, yes, sir. Yes, sir. GTA 6 comes out for like $300 for the game. Let's see what happens there. Oh, yeah.
Really? Is that what the cost is?
They're saying to change. I think it's delayed till next year.
In their minds.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Yeah. Also in WNBA, Ron, you got the Atlanta Dream at the Phoenix Mercury, also on the 10th. This is the 2 second place teams. Yeah, you'll be waiting for a while. Yes, we will be. I went Phoenix here. I went Phoenix at home. I still think they're the better team.
Yeah, I absolutely went Phoenix. Yeah, the way they're playing, they're playing lights out right now. I would not if it wasn't for Minnesota playing so great as well, they would have probably caught them and passed them.
Yeah. But Phoenix Mercury playing some really good basketball.
Yeah.
Rise from the ashes. That's a Phoenix. All right, I'm getting it. I think I got this so far, Chakra. You're doing all right. Yeah. All right. Tomorrow in MLS, so Major League Soccer action, you got the Los Angeles Football Club at the Chicago Fire Football Club. Ron, who do you have?
I'm going with the Fire. They're going to be at home, so they'll win like 2-1.
Fire. Based on your assessment of the TV shows, you said the Chicago Fire was a good one, so I picked the Fire based on that.
Yeah, it's better than Football Club.
Everything's Football Club, though. Even the Chicago Fire Football Club, they'd have to throw Football Club in it. They couldn't have just said Chicago Fire.
Why don't they call them soccer clubs?
Some do have soccer clubs. Some are soccer clubs.
Well, they should be embarrassed because it's not.
Is that what it is? Chakra's trying to come up with something here. Don't put LA Fire. I'm 50-50 on this. Someone pick for me. We'll go with Chicago with us then. How's that? We both went Chicago. We'll have him go Chicago. All right. We'll pick that one for you. All right, Ron. About 10 minutes from now, a kickoff in New England. You got the Washington Commanders at the New England Patriots. NFL preseason. We know these games don't count, but we just want to throw some games in there for our local team. Is that the Chicago thing? We'll go with Chicago. I'm going to Washington Commanders here.
Oh, hell no. Going New England Patriots. They're not starting Daniels, so he's not playing.
That's okay. Chicago. I got it. All right. Yeah. I will say this, Ron. Mike Vrabel getting into a little scuffle with the players. Did you hear about that? Got a scratch on him.
Exactly. This team's gonna come out fired up.
Oh, I can't wait.
And they're gonna pummel the Washington Commanders. I almost couldn't remember their name.
Washington Commanders
and people are gonna get so excited they're gonna be on this Drake May train.
All right. What was the last? You got the Washington Commanders at the New England Patriots preseason action. Chakra, who do you have?
I got to rep home state.
I'm going to assume he's Washington, but different. Washington, D.C., though.
Yeah, it's Washington, D.C.
Yeah, not the Washington.
Not
state.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Seahawks.
Does that change your pick at all? I think he might just still go. Oh.
Oh. I guess that changes his mind.
Oh, boy. Is that a switch there, Chakra?
See, now all we have to do is just get all of our Atlantonians.
Is that what they're called?
Atlantanians? I don't know.
Second with Washington. All right.
We need to get them to come live so they can give us our predictions.
Yeah, I would love that.
This team is going to be good this year.
This Sunday, you got the go bowling at Watkins Glen. We need a top 5 driver, Ron. I went with the guy who's led the most laps in the last 3 years, William Byron.
For shame, Eric. This is a road race.
Yeah, don't try that Shane Van whatever thing again.
I'm going with Shane Van Gisbergen.
Oh, you're ridiculous. It
is a road race. This guy is going to win. If it's not him, it'll be Zillish or Allmendinger.
You get one. You get one.
Musavar,
Shane Van what? Van what?
Or JJ Yelly.
Okay. Hey. All right,
It's got to be somebody that has experience with road racing, I'm going with Van Gisbergen.
Chakra's going with your pick too. Okay.
Yes, I don't blame you, Chakra,
Van
because
what?
he's going to win the race.
Van
it's not
what?
even going to be close.
Goslin? Is it Goslin? What says Van what?
Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen. Shane Van Gisbergen.
All right. That is our prediction segment. Tune in next week and find out how you did, Chakra. See if you increased on those totals, as well as Kenny's one
my
pick.
Fourth right prediction for the NASCAR.
Kenny's one pick this week. All right,
Kenny,
Ron.
what's up? You sleeping?
I don't know what he's doing. All right, listen, it is final thoughts time. But before final thoughts, we always love to tell everyone out there how they can become a sponsor of the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. Ron, would you be willing to do that for them? I could
probably swing it.
You're so sweet.
I could swing it. So, look, you want to sponsor, it's very easy. Your ad will be here. We will read the ad, so not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and on Bob and in Dallas, Georgia. You know, so you're going to have thousands and thousands of eyes and ears on your ad. And so send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out all the information. But Eric, it's like I say every week, just like going to your local coffee shop, getting an iced coffee with like a French cruller.
You're going all over the place, huh?
Yeah.
Now, listen, thousands of ears, eyes on your business. It's a great opportunity. You get you right above me there, a little banner. Just like we are doing right now for one of our great partners on the radio, and that's 99.1 WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia. Thank you for the support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as 990 WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island, on every Saturday at 10 a.m., and also in Southeast Connecticut on SEC-TV, Public Access Channel 12, on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Thank you for the support. You can also like, share our show, and follow us on the web. Check out the Sports Unfolded website right down there on the corner, the Rhode Island Broadcasting website right there on the corner, and check out all the great programs that Rhode Island Broadcast has and all the great things that Hall of Fame.
You can also donate on Rhode Island Broadcasting.net. You can donate up to $10 million.
Up to. If $10 million and $1 we don't take.
No. Yeah, we don't take $10 million and one.
Yeah.
And do
that's it.
But 10 million is just fine.
Okay. All right. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms.
Come on, LeBron. Come on, buddy.
I'm sure he'll definitely support you. All the social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, MeWe, X, Patreon, what's Parler, TikTok, everything and anything you could think. Rhode Island Broadcasting and Sports Unfolded are on. I would have that $1
everywhere.
Chakra's going to give the $1 though. If we had a 10 million, he says he's giving the $1. We appreciate that, Chakra. We'll take it. We'll take that $1. So check that out. Also, audio platforms on everything. Tune in, Red Circle, Spotify. What else, Ron? I know we're on a couple other things. Amazon, right? Amazon.
So right now it is Red Circle, Spotify, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio. I don't know why Amazon. I can't seem to get it to work. So something is wrong in the universe, the Amazon world.
Bezos got married. He cut you off.
I don't know.
That's what happened. All right, Ron. It is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts.
You wanted to give $10 million and $1. That's what it is.
And you said no. See, you heard him. You hurt his feelings. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first this week, so I will start us off with my two final thoughts. Hey, if you want to have 5 honorable mentions, I'm going to have 2 final thoughts every week. But first and foremost, I want to congratulate Alyssa Thomas of the Phoenix Mercury, first player in WNBA history to have 3 straight triple doubles. Former Connecticut Sun. Yeah, former Connecticut Sun. So great accomplishment there. You think about all the great players that have played in the WNBA. Her to be the first. Great job. I also did want to say on a sad note that the sports fans in Connecticut continuously get screwed. You lose the Hartford Whalers. The Boston Celtics no longer come here to even play preseason games. And now, possibly losing the Connecticut Sun and going to Boston. So the Connecticut Sun are rumored to be for sale. There is a group in Boston. They're going to change the name. But it looks like after 20 plus years in Connecticut, the Connecticut Sun after next season will no longer be in Connecticut. They are getting rid of every professional franchise in Connecticut. And you're in between New York and Boston, and it's a tough market. But you cannot tell me there's not diehard fans that would love to have the Whalers back or to keep the Suns or get us some kind of franchise in this area. So unfortunately, Connecticut Sun, I think you're going to see a lot of fans not show up for those games now. But yeah, I hope it doesn't happen, but it looks like it's pretty much a lock that they're going to Boston. So tough break again for Connecticut sports fans.
Yeah, that's too bad because they do a really good job down there in Connecticut handling all this.
Yeah.
And that's too bad. I don't like seeing franchises like that move. I mean, it's just part of things, I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to the game and I'm throwing something on the
come
court.
up with something and try to keep them there.
Yeah, I'm going to the game and throw something on the court. We won't say what it is. Yeah, okay.
So speaking of dill pickles,
if a crypto company wants to pay us, we'll go. We'll do it.
Absolutely. Come on, cryptocurrency businesses. Come on, sponsor us and we'll go there and we'll do it. We'll do it. Do it. Do it now. What are you waiting for?
All right, Ron, your final thought.
All right, my two final thoughts. The first one is rest in peace, Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah. Oof, another one, man.
Lonnie Anderson from WKRP in Cincinnati. What a great show that was. Mm-hmm. Johnny Fever was hilarious on there, but she was wonderful. And former wife of Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
So we lost another one this past week. So rest in peace. She had a long time illness, and they didn't really disclose it. But when you start talking about long time illnesses, and there's certain things there that it could be, and unfortunately, being a long time sufferer of that, it could not have been, very joyous for her. But hopefully she can get some peace now, and she'll be missed. She'll be missed. Now, today I got the pleasure of watching the 601 podcast with Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard from the Phillies.
Oh, okay.
They have a podcast, and they were talking to Pedro. Now, if you're a pitcher that is trying to make a name for yourself, you should probably study Pedro Martinez, because he is absolutely amazing. And the more you think about what he meant to, baseball is pretty significant. But it had, I don't know if it's a slip up or an admittance, but today on that podcast, he said, and I quote, 98% of the times he hit a batter, it was on purpose.
I would believe it. He had great
98%. He's like, I'm so good. I am pinpoint accurate.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody gets hit by me, it's on purpose.
Makes
and
sense.
he gave his reasons for it, and it really does make a lot of sense, because when I used to pitch, I used to do the same thing. Crowd the plate, I'm moving you off of it. And I used to do the same thing as a pitcher. And, to me, I thought that was like, it's now crystal clear. Like, you need to do that, because now nobody does that. And a batter just goes up there and that plate is his. And you just got to be accurate. If you're not, you're getting hammered. I mean, it's simple as that. And I kind of like the old West style of playing. I think you gotta tell them, this is my plate. It isn't yours as a batter. It isn't yours. So you want to hit me, you're going to have to stand in there and
Mhm.
take it. And just how determined he was. He talked about that that All-Star game in Fenway where he struck out the first 5 batters. I mean, he's like, what that game meant to him was beyond anything. And he received a handshake from Hank Aaron after that appearance. And he says, "You're a hell of a pitcher." And he said that was the most important moment of my life. Baseball life, I'm
Yeah.
sure. He was so appreciative. When he went out there, he's like, I got to win this game for Ted Williams, the legend in Boston. So he was determined. There was nobody that was going to hit him that night. Nobody. Yeah, he's just such a dynamic person, in sports. And I just think pitchers today need to talk to him. I really think that they need to talk to him and they need to open up communication so you can talk to one of the best that ever did it.
Well said, Ron. That has been our show for tonight. I want to thank all those that have joined us live. Chakra, thank you so much for joining us. Kenny, thank you as well. You guys have been awesome. Again, check us out on the websites. Check us out on our social media platforms. Tell your friends about us. Tell them to join us every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. We will see you then. Ron, thank you as always for a great show. I appreciate
fun show today.
Appreciate you so much. And all we ever ask for every single show is that we finally get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody. See you next week.